We actually have 3 influential films that have to do with Akwesasne. One of them has already been produced and has been out for a while, but still gaining a lot of recognition, and that's Keepers of the Game. We have one that's coming out very shortly, and that's Under the Husk. And then lastly, the one that's actually in production right now, that's Oshalaga. So for those of you who don't know, that's a hard term to say because I wasn't sure. And Amber's already smiling at me, so I hope I said it right. But Amber, let's start off with Under the Husk. What information can you give us?
Gudget Juni Fox is the producer, and I do know that they were just at the Imagine Native Film Festival in Toronto, and I know they were named the Best Emerging Canadian Short Documentary. So that's pretty cool. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know anything much about it other than it follows 2 young Mohawk women on their rites of passage, and I believe you guys know.
What are their names?
Gasnagohe and Gayagwineta.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
Okay.
yeah. So I haven't seen it yet. I know it's there's going to be a bunch of film festivals across the United States, San Francisco, Chicago, right in Hollywood, California, Phoenix, different places, so different people can check it out when it's coming to. It's like a couple of weekends here and there. I'm not sure the exact dates. But yeah, so that's pretty much.
Well, okay, so once again, that's Under the Husk. So that's actually coming out very shortly. And when we get more information about what's coming out, we'll let you know as well. So Ryan, we're going to move on to you. Keepers of the Game. That's already been out for about a year, I would say. And now it's strong on Netflix. Maybe a little recap on your part. Yep. Keepers of the Game.
We talked about it in a previous show before. We talked about how influential and impactful this film was. And it's still going. It had a premiere in Potsdam. I believe it was this past weekend. And it was still very well attended. There was a lot of people from Potsdam who came to watch the film, and there was still also a lot of people from Akwesasne who came to continue to support. Marcella Thomas, who was one of the girls who was in the film, who was featured as one of the players, she was profiled, and her mother Howie came, and they were guests of the premiere night, I guess you could say, and I think they spoke a little afterwards. We got some words with them afterwards, like a news feature. So again, this film is still going, it's still impactful, and it's still very, very current.
And the last movie we wanted to hit on and give a little bit more information is this Oshalaga. And for those of you that don't know, it's a historical epic that tells the story of Montreal, and it pays tribute to true founders of our country. Now, what's interesting about this is actually one of our local representatives, Shelby Adams, from, what was the studio?
Sacred
Roots Production. She's actually helping the casting
Studio.
component of this. So I've seen a couple of pics on Facebook for our own Akwesasne Lono to actually be in the film, and it's really cool because they're trying to do recollection of how Mohawks and natives have kind of joined into the cultural aspect of Canada, I should say.
So it's
I know there's a lot of stuff on that one.
Yeah.
Well, these films are good because it gives the outsiders a look at our culture, a look at what we do, a perspective. Because, like I said, it goes back to that Facebook. A lot of people are just uninformed; they just don't know. Another thing that just to put it out there, a suggestion, I would love to see something about the smoke dance, because we're used to fancy dance down south, and the smoke dance is such a beautiful dance, and the rhythm and the music, and that would be some kind of documentary I would like to know, just a little history of it, because I'm Akwesasne, and I don't even know the history of the smoke dance. So it'd be nice. There's probably people out there who want to know, hey, why do they dance like this? Why do they do that dance? Some ideas.
Right. There's definitely a lot of information that could be shared on there. And again, I urge you folks to kind of keep up on the Facebook. I know there's a lot of postings going on there as well. But at this time, we're going to be right back with you. Stay tuned.
Yo honey, yo honey, yo honey, yo honey.